All right, let's do a podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Netflix Explorers podcast, the podcast where we dive deep into Netflix so you don't have to, from the North Side 1890 Studios. My name is Dale.
From the North Side 1890 Studios, where trains and crystal meth are pastimes of this part of the woods, I'm Adam.
And I'm Patrick, back from Ireland, one Jimmy leg short.
And I'm Rob. Hashtag who drew the dicks.
And I'm Daniel. I only came for the cake.
Nice work. Today we're going over Mastermind, Train of Busan, and Jiro. Dreams of Sushi? Please, stick around. We got a full studio today, gentlemen.
Indeed, we do.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited because this is a very special podcast with Netflix Explorers because it is
why
Dale's 30th birthday today.
You know what? 3-0, guys. I've been doing podcasting for 30 years. Can you believe that?
Wow. He was in the nursery like other babies next to him.
I was trying to get good levels,
He's
but
like,
they're
hey,
all crying.
Hey, you, shut up. Get
Right.
this noise gate right.
Right.
Talking to the butt.
No, that's
No one
true.
knows what that means, but it's not dirty. I mean, it can be, but...
Anyone who knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, thank you for the birthday shout-out, dude. But we got Rob here.
Yep.
And we got Patrick back.
What's up?
Daniel's back.
Yo.
For the first time. Patrick, how was your Jimmy Leg experience?
Well, we're going to playoffs. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Good.
We got, I don't know who we're going to get seated against, but, we're going to figure it out.
I mean, who Jimmy Leg's better than Ireland, though?
Who?
Yeah, who Jimmy Leg's better than the country of Ireland?
Well, it's not the Welsh, that's for sure. But I don't know.
Well, best of luck.
It's got to be me.
Well, guys, we got to get rolling here. Masterminds, Jiro. Okay, first of all, Jiro, Dreams of Sushi,
Jiro.
If
I was
it's
thinking hero.
If it's Jiro,
I
I'm
was
dreaming
like-
of like North Hammond for a nice little gyro. But yeah, that's it. And then what else we got? Train to Busan. Did we rob any of these? Let's be honest, right off front.
I robbed half a Train to Busan. I was gonna watch it. I didn't finish it, but I got to the point where. Well, anyway, I'll talk about it. I'll save it for the cast.
Save it for the cast.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. What do we got here, Patrick? Do you got a trailer for what is the first one up? Masterminds.
Masterminds is the first one.
2016 film. It's 5.8 on IMDb. Action comedy crime. Good spelling here, Patrick. 95 minutes, a little outside of the wheelhouse. $25 million budget. Go ahead and roll the trailer.
My name is David Gant. I always felt I was destined for a life of adventure. It didn't quite pan out that way.
There he is, the man of your dreams.
It's like you're marrying both of us, David. Me and Mama.
So you got Kristen Wiig, you got Zach
Then one
Galifianakis,
day, I met Miss Kelly Campbell.
Owen Wilson's in this movie.
Probably start my own business. Maybe be a bounty hunter.
Nice.
But don't put a cap in their house.
Oh, my gosh, David, let me
Shot himself.
I think that bullet just went straight between your cheeks.
Yeah, it feels like it just grazed my biscuits
Right
right there
down the
betwixt them.
Bo.
tells me y'all work together over at Loomis. That strikes me as an incredible opportunity.
You talk about robbing a bank. How hard can it be? You load up a truck, and you drive away.
Police are calling it one of the largest cash heists ever.
17 million missing.
Authorities are now searching for this man.
Look at him. Look like Kenny Rogers and Kenny Loggins had a love child. And then Kenny G, he just showed up to the birthday party, started playing the flute, and messed this boy up.
Let's blow a zillion, baby.
It's time to cut David Gant from the team.
We can't do this. This is wrong.
So, who y'all want me to kill?
Whoa! Not now, not in front of.
Is it one of them?
No.
Boys, go upstairs right now.
See y'all in a little bit.
Jason Sudeikis.
Save Chambers, you double-crossed me.
David?
Yeah, I'm right here, Sugar Bush, okay? Don't worry about a thing.
I gotta start using that one.
Sugar Bush.
Lord, that's a cheap door.
You gotta give me a 3 count next time.
Brace your boobies.
What?
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Shot a ram a gate, only got stuck.
That's Masterminds 2016 film. Adam, 5.8. What'd you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I laughed a lot. I think you texted me when I was watching it. You said first 20 minutes are hilarious, last 10 minutes are hilarious.
Right.
You were dead on. It's a pretty funny movie. Zach Galifianakis, he plays a guy that drives one of those armored trucks that delivers cash at ATMs. Then starts working with Kristen Wiig. Start getting a little love interest there, and then Owen Wilson comes in. And then they rob, try to steal money from the place, and then chaos ensues from there.
Indeed.
So very funny. Had some good jokes. I wouldn't call it an all-time great, but it was definitely an adequate comedy, I'd say.
Right.
I don't know. What did you think, Dale?
I don't know. I'm not a Zach Galifianakis kind of guy. Sometimes he's funny to me. Sometimes he just the humor doesn't make it. But this one, like I texted you before. Early he gets it, and then by the end he gets it. I don't know. He makes this one for me. But I mean, I do have some bad notes. I don't know if we want to go bad right away. I don't know if I got a lot of good stuff to say about this one.
What do you got, Rob? You got something good to say?
Rob, tell me something good about it.
So when I got signed up for this cast and you sent me, watch Masterminds, I was like, all right, cool, I'll check it out. Turns out I'd already watched it and didn't leave a memorable impression on me.
Oh, that tells a lot about it.
So that, I mean, I still watched it the second time because I knew there was some funny stuff, but it, really wasn't too much for me. It was funny, good for a few laughs. Outtakes and stuff at the end were funny. But
yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know if the full movie was up to my sense of humor.
Right. Yeah. Again, I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad mixture of characters. I mean, Kristen Wiig, as we know, one of my favorites.
I know. I thought about you once.
I don't know if that role is like where she needs to be. Like, she is funny, but like, is that where she needs to be? Zach Galifianakis, yeah, sometimes he's funny. He's good at being goofy. I do see in the notes Jim Carrey was slated to play it originally.
Yeah, so like if you saw at the end of the movie, they had because this movie's boats, they had the guy that was actually like the guy that robbed the place and then went to jail for a couple of years.
Right.
So I was looking at pictures of that guy, and then you look at Zach Galifianakis, and they look nothing alike. He's like a tall, lanky guy, and Zach Galifianakis is a short, stubby guy. So I was looking, and it was like, oh, Jim Carrey was supposed to play this role, who I could have seen doing a much better job, but I think Jim Carrey's just a little bit too old, and Zach Galifianakis is coming off of
the hip
Hangover and all that good stuff.
Daniel, characters. What do you think, man? Owen Wilson, did he... Oh, no, Luke. No, Owen. Which one is it?
It's Owen.
It's Owen. He's got the...
Rocking the braces.
Yeah. What do you think about the characters, man? They all fit together, or meh, or what?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm an SNL fan, so I was happy to see the SNL reunion on this, but...
Definitely,
I didn't think it worked too well. Like Rob said, I thought the outtakes might have been the funniest part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was good for a couple slapstick laughs, and Kate McKinnon was pretty funny in her couple of brief appearances.
Yeah,
but,
she was great.
But other than that, it didn't do too much for me.
It didn't rock it. Not too memorable, I will say Jason Sudeikis is the reason to watch this movie, I think. If there's a shining light at the end of the tunnel, it's his character.
That one part, I don't know if I can say it, but he's talking about, like, maybe we were babies together in the nursery.
I'm dying laughing.
I was like, when we went to each other, we went, right on. that was probably the best part of the movie for me,
right?
To be honest.
No, that was
But
good.
I don't know. I think, like, Zach Galifianakis, like, the hangover shine has kind of weared off of him, I feel.
Oh, yeah. I think it's directly proportional to his weight. I don't know if you guys noticed, he looks thinner and he's less funny.
Okay, so he kind of Jonah Hilled it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm happy for him to be a little healthier, but it's also not as funny. So we'll see what it does for his career.
Look at it's like Drew Carey's glasses of comedy. He put contacts in, and then he just kind of fell off the. You put the glasses back on.
Right.
Now his price is right. So there you go.
I felt like it was a very safe movie for them. Like, it wasn't. They didn't really take a lot of risks.
Right.
Let's just make a funny movie and just put some jokes in there. And I don't know what's up. Like, let's do the hillbilly thing. Let's talk like hillbillies. It'll be extra funny. It's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like,
did you guys hear his accent? Do you guys listen to the podcast S-Town, or did you listen to it while I was out there?
Yeah.
John B. McLemore. Mm-hmm. That you close your eyes and Zach Galifianakis was John B. McLemore.
Yeah, you can. You can just that accent is
whatever they, they must have listened to the podcast and then utilized all like their vocal dynamics because it was the exact same character. Pretty wild, but yeah, I think again.
So
going back
you said you're sorry, Dale. To interrupt you,
no, go ahead.
You said you're not a Zach Galifianakis fan.
Yeah.
So talk about why aren't you?
I don't think, and it may just be that I haven't watched a lot of stuff that he's been in. I have seen a handful of things. The humor that he brings to the table is not, it's nothing special. He's funny, yeah, and a lot of people can be funny, but like they don't bring their own humor, like their own type of character to, they don't pour themselves into the humor. It's kind of like a Steve Carell. Like Steve Carell in normal life, he's not a funny guy. You listen to like his interviews and stuff, he's not that funny. You write him a funny part, he'll be just as funny as you write it for him. So I think that's what Zach Galifianakis has is he's like can be funny if you really try, but he's not bringing anything spectacular to the humor. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah. P-Funk, where do you stand on Zach Galifianakis?
Anti. I didn't like him in this movie.
Anti.
I didn't like him in Hangover. I just don't like.
Okay, let's take a quick poll. Everyone's favorite character actor in this movie.
Jason Sudeikis.
And your least favorite.
Kate McKinnon was my favorite.
Least favorite.
The Always Sunny waitress was in this for a couple.
Yes, she was.
She was pretty good, but I think the best part of the movie was Jason Sudeikis, and then the worst part was Zach Galifianakis's hair and facial hair throughout the movie.
Yeah,
so.
I thought Owen Wilson had one funny part where he was trying to explain, when he goes on his like long-winded philosophy, like trying to describe something, and he gets way too detailed.
Right.
Like he had one of those pretty good ones in this movie, but that was about it from him.
Yeah, again, I have written down, I think that's a wasted role for him. I think it's a wasted talent for him in this one. I don't know. Again, personal opinion.
I thought Leslie Jones was, I don't know, she's been typecast as the same type of character on SNL and in everything she's in.
Who was that?
So, the
FBI agent.
The tough black woman?
Yes.
That's a very, I think I've seen her in that role before.
Every time.
Yeah.
So that was kind of, uninspired for me. So it was a bit role, but it's like nothing unexpected and kind of weak.
Right. All right. Well, I mean, what do we do? Dip into rewatchability, or what do you want to? Is there any more to add, Adam? I mean,
I don't know. I think we all kind of just said it's kind of a healthy meh.
I mean, it's just got a blanket full of regular humor. And what do you think, Ron?
Yeah, I mean, just a question. I mean, what about the story? I thought personally the story, because it is boat.
That is something. Boats. Yeah, right. It's
mean, largest heist in U.S. history. I think it was $17 million. It's a boat story. We're not giving anything away.
Right.
Just on the story basis, it's kind of a cool story.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I don't think this movie was true to the story outside of money being stolen, and then $2 million of it was never found. Because I don't think he.
You don't think the characters match the real life characters?
I don't think any of that matched real.
You don't think the writing matched?
I was hoping
real life?
I was hoping you'd come in with the proper research dedicated to letting me know if the characters match the real life characters.
Yeah,
but
and did they take a photo shoot, like an awkward photo shoot on swing sets?
Right.
Was there an assassin that looked like that? And
I have no idea, because I can't imagine any of that happening. Because the guy that actually committed the robbery did flee to Mexico, and he was booked in Mexico somewhere because they wiretapped him and they found him that way. So he never flew back to the U.S. He never ran through a door. Any stuff like that.
Yeah. So it could have been a really good movie with like a little bit of comedy, because I think it's still a funny kind of story when you look at it on its face. A guy steals $17 million and runs to Mexico. You can still make that pretty funny, but it's like you could have. I think the balance was off. It was too slapstick.
Right.
Way too loose of a boat. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. It was a leaky boat. Very leaky boat.
Because I mean, like if they did like the car modifications, like just putting 40-inch tires.
Yeah,
on, like,
tractor tires on a Geo, which was one of my favorite lines when. He just goes, "My Geo."
Yeah,
dude, I was on the ground laughing, dude. My Geo. which I've said before, actually.
All right. I think that's about it, though. What do you think, Dale? You got anything else?
I got nothing else, man. I mean, let's touch on rewatchability, Adam. Rewatch, recommend?
Nah.
No and no.
Nah on both. Double nah.
Okay, same thing. That's exactly why I don't think I mean, it's worth maybe. It's a vacuum comedy, maybe. No? What?
I'd rather just vacuum than watch this movie again.
Okay, all right. I mean, I just think you just don't need to pay that much attention to it. Glance at it. There's going to be a little slapsticky thing to pay attention to. Then keep on going.
I think I'm. This is just on the spot here. I think I might coin a new term to add to the site.
Let's hear it.
Let's call it like a YouTube comedy. I seriously think
YouTube comedy.
I think the outtakes. I think like just the top hits.
Yeah.
You could just type in YouTube, go to YouTube, Masterminds, outtakes, and funniest jokes.
Right.
Done.
Yeah.
Save yourself the hour and a half, whatever.
Right.
10, 15 minutes of just the outtakes.
Those were hilarious.
Yeah. The swing set photo shoot. Yeah, just watch that. Save yourself
It's a
the time.
YouTube search. It's not a watch through. It's a YouTube search.
Right. Yeah. I like it.
We could spitball it in post and figure out what we want to call it.
Everything good comes in post. Patrick, rewatch, recommend.
Oh, definitely not, and heck no.
Okay, Daniel, what do you think, man?
Same thing. I'm with Rob. There's a couple funny parts, but don't waste an hour and a half of your life on this movie.
It's worth a YouTube search.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's what we're here for. We're here to explore this and check this out and tell you to not waste your time.
Right.
Because we already wasted ours.
We did it for you.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah, we're the Netflix Explorers, and that's why we do that. What do you guys want to do next? We got Jiro, Dreams of Sushi.
What about drinks?
Oh, my Rob.
That's why I'm here, folks.
Rob pulls the cast together. What about you, Rob? You got a drink recommendation? Or, comparison?
Yeah, so I had this down for Courvoisier. A little background story is, sorry, Mom and Dad, I stole Courvoisier out of the liquor cabinet. Looked cool. Cool cast.
I love that your parents had a bottle of Courvoisier in the liquor cabinet, by the way. But anyway, continue.
This cast, you see the names in the movie. You think it's going to be a cool movie. We took the Courvoisier, probably had like 2 or 3 sips, and then just poured it down the sink. Like, that's...
That's what happened here.
Yeah,
You poured the bottle down the sink, or your drink down the sink?
The bottle.
I don't even want my parents to have this.
Destroy the evidence.
We thought it was going to be cool. Thought it was going to be a good time. Could have just saved ourselves a lot of trouble.
That's a great comparison. Daniel, what about you? Drink review, my friend.
I went with The Incredible Hulk for exactly the same reason as Rob.
Okay.
It's a mix of Hypnotic and Hennessy. I heard about in a rap song.
That's terrifying.
It's like bright green, as the name implies. Looks really cool. Same reason. Cast is really cool. But it wasn't good at all. Maybe because a 19-year-old named Chet made me the drink.
Chet.
But
leave it up to Chet,
But either way, couldn't finish it, and it looked way better than it actually was.
Right.
So Rob basically stole my thunder on this, but I have the same thought in terms of my drink recommendation.
Rob's good for that.
Yeah.
Chet usually doesn't steer you wrong, though.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, great guy.
Hey,
he's taller than me.
Wow.
He's a corn farmer.
That's a tall... Well, he's got to see over the corn.
Yeah, I know.
Adam, you got a drink review for this one?
I gave it a Budweiser.
Okay.
I don't really drink Budweiser. If I drink anything, I'm drinking Bud Light. Some people like Budweiser. They drink it all the time. That's America's beer.
Right.
But not for me.
Okay.
So, not going to drink it.
Patrick, what about you, my friend?
I gave it Tang mixed with Natty Ice because I thought this movie was awful and that drink sounds awful.
Well, there you go.
I thought it would be like a space high schooler trying to get drunk. Like Ernest kid goes to space. Hey, with Tang and Natty Ice.
I got a I don't know. I think it's it's not a Long Island, but I forget what drink. It's a fruity drink that you add. There's 15 different ingredients. So you get this drink. It's not obviously a Long
Jungle
Island.
Juice?
Maybe. I don't know what it is. But either way, somebody pouring the portions are way off. And, kind of going on what you guys said is it's could be good if you had the ingredients right, but it's not. It's just over poured. You get way too much of this, way too much of that. It comes out just terrible. I mean, you should have all the right ingredients, but you don't. I don't know. That's Masterminds for me in a glass.
Well done.
Now we're on to what is it? Jiro. Why don't they put 2 E's instead of an I? Jiro, Dreams of Sushi.
Jiro.
A documentary on an 85-year-old sushi master, Jiro Uno. That means sandwich number 1. His renowned Tokyo restaurant and his relationship with his son and his eventual heir, Yoshikazu. You want to roll the trailer? So we can't do a trailer. I've seen this one so long ago that I just am remembering now.
Well, it's kind of all in the name. It's a movie that we reviewed. It had a IMDb 7.9 documentary. It's runtime of 81 minutes. It had a gross income of $2.5 million. So, I mean, it's a movie about sushi and how this guy has perfected making sushi in the basement of a business office over his 85-year life.
Right.
So
the trailer would just be filled with people speaking Japanese and images of fish. So
we're gonna bypass the trailer.
So while we're talking about it, visualize that in your mind.
Yes.
An old man making sushi, saying how much he likes sushi in Japanese.
Are you a sushi fan, Adam?
I love sushi.
Nice.
This movie just made me want to eat more sushi.
Yeah.
I want to, but if I really realize how much of a specific art there is to sushi, I figure like just here's a bed of rice, put some fish on it, soy it up, ginger it up, wasabi it up. Let's go.
Rock and roll.
This guy, like I eat sushi like a bitch, according to this guy.
Right.
Like, he makes one piece, gives it to you. That's how you eat it.
Right.
Definitely not enough pressure on the rice. That's what I learned.
Okay.
You got to put a ton of weight on your pot of rice.
Okay.
To get the best type of rice.
So this was just it opened the doors wide open for the sushi future. I mean, we're all going to change our lives moving forward. Getting sushi, we're going to be like, oh, so
Next time we make rice, I'm going to put a medicine ball on top of the pot. And Jenna's going to be like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, please.
Not enough pressure on the rice.
What do you mean? Like, it was just like putting stuff on it?
I'm pretty sure the steam still hits the top of
I know. That's
the
why
steam
I didn't get
still hit
like,
the top of the lid.
Wouldn't it like increase the pressure inside of it, and then I think it like forces the water back into the rice, so the rice isn't as like crunchy, but it's still sticky enough. So when he puts it in his hand and he presses it down, like it compresses it to a way, and it tastes a certain way. It needed to be cooked a certain way. So I think.
Clearly, there's something to it because they had a very long conversation and said no one else can cook rice like this. Where I thought that was like the easiest food to cook. So I guess I've been doing it wrong.
They were smug about it.
That's like the foolproof the rice. You'd think
of everything they were smug about, the rice was what they're most smug about.
Even the rice dealer was like, "I only sell rice to Jiro."
Yeah, can I buy rice from you? No, you don't know how to cook it.
Yeah,
like this, you're an idiot.
Wow. This 5-star hotel wants my rice. I said no. They don't know how to cook my rice. Like, all right, cool.
But I think that was the most common theme in the whole documentary was it's not about the money. It's just about love of what you do,
right?
And doing it for the right reasons. Patrick, what do you? Oh,
they
kept
looked
really
saying,
happy when I said that. I'm interested to see what you were saying.
They kept saying like, "Oh, it's not about the money. It's not about the money." It was $250 just to make a reservation to eat at this place, and you had to book it a month in advance before you could even get in. And so they're like, "Oh, it's not about the money. We're gonna go get the best fish. We're gonna go get the best this. We're gonna." It's not about the money. We're going to buy rice only from one guy. He's going to sell it to nobody but me. It's not about the money, but we're going to use the best ingredients, and we're probably going to only cater to high-end businessmen, blah, blah, blah. It's not about the money, though.
Right.
We'll need that 250,000 yen for your reservation, please.
Right.
So.
Once they got all the money, it's not about the money anymore.
Yeah, and the one guy...
Which is a much better philosophy to have once you have all the money.
Sure, yeah.
The one guy, the... Master Chef's son, he drove like an Audi V10 or something.
The R8 V10?
Yeah, it's not about the money, but my car has a bajillion horsepower.
Right. Only costs $175,000.
Yeah, it's not about the money.
Right.
But hey, You know, that's
I guess there's money in sushi.
That's when you dream about sushi. That's what happens.
That's what he's doing. He's dreaming about it.
That's another thing that drove me up a wall because I was reading an interview with him. He's like, I've never actually dreamed about sushi, but I do think about it a lot. But in the documentary himself, he's like, I dream about it. I'm like, now you have conflicting reports of the movie title. You're not about the money. I'm calling it here.
Well, he's an old man.
The people
Patrick.
writing the
He's
subtitles
85.
are just misleading us, maybe. Think about that.
Yeah.
Unless you speak perfect Japanese and you haven't told us.
Guys, drink reviews?
Konnichiwa.
I don't know. Rob, what'd you think, man? Does it make you want to eat some sushi or what?
I'm not a big sushi fan to begin with.
That's right. You're not a big fish guy.
No. And I think, even if I was a big sushi fan to begin with, I would be disappointed in myself because I'm not eating this guy's sushi.
That's exactly how I felt.
I mean, I don't think I'm giving anything away. Once again, this is a documentary. This dude got the Michelin 3-star review, which in the movie said, you should pretty much travel to this country just to eat at this restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
So any sushi you guys are eating right now is kind of bitch status.
I know. I'm eating from
guy.
the guy, the Shojuku at Strax. You know, like
7-Eleven sushi.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I had some great gas station sushi the other day. It was really good. All right. Well, tell you what. Rewatch, recommend, or we got more to say? I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, it was an RS6, an Audi RS6 with a V10.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't read that far in the notes. Dang.
It produces 426 kilowatts.
That's true.
I mean, 7.9, guys. What do you think? 7.9?
Yeah, it was there. It was a really good documentary. A couple of continuity errors in the subject himself, but other than that, it was fine.
Yeah, I think it was well done. I think there were some great phrases and takeaways from it, such as they were talking about food and its ideal moment of deliciousness. That just stuck with me.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you gotta just grab it at its ideal moment of deliciousness, which is why you massage an octopus for 60 minutes,
right.
Or you put all this weight on some rice and then hand churn it and then take it out at the exact moment. Like they were just always in search of the ideal moment of deliciousness, which is a great phrase, and also just the sense of duty of his sons to just like carry on the legacy was a kind of a universal storyline that everyone could get behind.
Right.
Yeah, there was one scene where they were doing like the concert and they were comparing it to the food, and they were talking like, this is how he makes his menu, and then like he's like, this is the main piece, and like the music's like building up to this fatty tuna, and then he eats it, and then it like crescendos, and then like it comes down, it's like, and then there's cake. So it was a really good scene.
Cool.
Nice.
Rewatch, recommend.
Rewatch? No, I don't think you need to rewatch it. Recommend? It depends on who you are. I think if you're a person that's open to new ideas, like it was an interesting story about like, you know, a family business. It was an interesting story about someone with his passion, following his passion.
Right.
A different outlook on life. If you want to look at a different outlook, positive outlook on life, about dedication to your craft and dedication to your family, I think this is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I wouldn't recommend. But I think if that sounds like you, I'd recommend.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
No, I
But
got
I'm not going to rewatch it. I've seen it once. Yeah, he makes
And
sushi. He's a good guy. I like him.
That's kind of the way with a lot of documentaries. Like unless it's real detail intense, usually one and done is kind of what we've been doing for a lot of documentaries. But to each his own, I suppose. Danny, what about you? Rewatch or recommend?
Same as Adam. I wouldn't rewatch it for the reasons you just stated, but I would recommend to some people, foodies, people who like sushi, anyone who's interested in, you know,
the craft.
The craft, exactly.
Yeah.
Detail oriented, just doing work, basically.
Right.
This guy's like 85 and just all he does is make sushi.
Just pressuring down rice.
Yeah, just
forcing it into submission.
just goes hard on some rice. Goes to the market.
He really sensed.
Dude, gets the best tuna.
He sensed the rice.
I really like the market scenes when they went to the fish market.
That dude testing the tuna is like, no, I only buy. There's 10 tuna. I'm going to buy the best one. Here's how I do it.
Yeah, he just walks up to a tuna. He's just like,
like this is bad. Like, just goes to the next tuna.
What is that? Like an actual like chicken of the sea? Like, get this out of here.
Rob, rewatch, recommend.
Rewatch for me, I'm going to give myself a no. Recommend, I think I'm kind of on the same page, but I'll call it a self-recommendation.
Okay.
So I may go to work and explain, like, hey, watch this documentary. It's about this guy who just makes sushi all day. Been doing it for 80-plus years, even though he's 85 years old.
Well, from the womb.
Somehow he's been making sushi from the womb, just like Dale Caston from the womb.
30 years.
I mean, it's kind of cool to see that. It's cool to see, like, how these kids are coming up, like, oh, yeah, I know I'm only going to be making rice for the next 10 years. But if I make it past 10 years, then I'll learn how to how to cut a fish.
Right.
And then I make it 10 more years, and then I'll learn how to, like, roll a sushi.
So much dedication.
It does. Like, it's a lot of, like, that stuff. It's cool to explain. If someone's like, oh, that sounds interesting, then I'll tell them the name of the film. I won't say, go watch Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
You're not going to preach. You're going to just push.
I'm going to explain.
Persuade.
Let them come to me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Patrick, what about you, man? Rewatch recommend.
Yeah, I will definitely rewatch this in a couple of years when some new information comes to light about the rice or anything like that. And I think I've already recommended this
when
movie.
New rice technology comes to the forefront.
We were wrong about pressure.
You knew it. I knew it.
It's all about temperature.
So you're rewatching and you're recommending.
Yeah, I've already recommended it to two different people. So
oh wow, you're already beating the street. Nice. I don't think I need to rewatch it. I watched it. I kind of robbed it for the cast. I did watch it a couple months ago. Rewatch, meh. But yeah, if you're into food, like Daniel said, foodie, you like the process, and especially like the best way it could possibly be done, and the kind of the family end of stuff too. It's pretty cool. But drink review, shall we? Patrick, let's flip it back your way. What do you got?
Well, I gave it a Stella. I mean, I love Stella. I could always come back to Stella. I love this movie.
Kind of hits you like a freight train.
And I can always come back to this movie. What about you, Rob?
Hit it, Rob.
Yeah. So I gave it a sampler pack from the Left Hand Brewery.
Nice.
Jiro loves the left-handers.
Okay.
He's very, very knowledgeable of when someone eats with his left hand.
Oh, boy.
He gets them and hits them up special. And he does a sampler of his sushi, 20-course meal. So if you get a nice 24-pack sampler from the Left Hand Brewery, thought that just...
One per sushi piece.
No, you can't drink at his restaurant.
Really?
Yeah. Or use the bathroom.
Yeah.
You got to go outside. And there's only 9 people served, but you pay $300, but so he's still killing it.
Well, it's not about the money, though, Patrick.
Yeah,
said, so.
not about the money,
guys. Come on.
It's about the craft. Okay, I like it, Rob. Good. Daniel, what about you, man? Bring us down like a straw.
I went with the Bell's Amber Ale. Bell's is one of my favorite breweries. Documentary is one of my favorite genres.
Okay.
The Amber Ale is middle of the road for me. Not one of my favorite Bell's beers, but it's solid. Mm-hmm. So I would come back to it. You know, it's decent. I would go with others over it, but I enjoy it every time. So it's just a solid, good film.
Okay, cool. Adam, what about you, man?
I gave this one green tea.
Okay.
Just because you can't drink at the restaurant like Robert already described, and I had a nice warm cup of green tea while I watched this movie today with the rain coming down. Rain today, so it was just it was a nice feel. It paired well, green tea with this whole environment. It feels right.
Right.
So non-alcoholic for this one, just because Jiro appreciates non-alcoholic for his restaurant.
Right.
So that's why I'm gonna go with that.
Right. All right, I'm going to kind of get a little, kind of a giveaway. Sake. Sake is just like sushi. I think you can't...
I originally had sake, but I said Dale's going to say sake.
Nice.
So
you know me only too well.
Yes.
No, sake, you can, my personal opinion, you can only have it so often. And you only have really good sushi so often, and you really could probably only come back to watching this film every so often. It's not a Stella. It's not an every weekend get yourself a case. But it's just, you need it every once in a while, and it's going to be good every once in a while, just like revisiting this movie. So.
There's this awesome... Rob, what's that one place we go to downtown that had it's like a sushi bar. They give you all this sushi, and then they do sake bombs. It's like in a basement.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Anyway, it's like everyone pays like $50 or whatever, and it's all you can eat sushi, all you can drink sake.
Wow.
And the waiter comes around, he's like, okay. everybody, sake on. Let's do a cheer. What's our sake cheer? And then like we're talking smack to the other table over there.
Table 6.
Table 6. We're like, table 6 sucks. He's like, table 6 sucks. Everyone take a sake shot. Like it was an awesome spot. It's like very, very not Jiro, but
yeah.
You know, it was pretty sweet. I can't remember the name of that place.
Sushi O Sushi.
Sushi O Sushi.
Okay. Shout out to Sushi O Sushi.
This segment is
Chicago,
brought to you by
Illinois.
Sushi O Sushi.
Endless sake.
Everybody
bomb.
can drink sushi and drink sake, but you should do it with us.
Right.
Thank you, Sushi O Sushi, to our sponsors. All right, that kicks it over Dale for the next segment. Thank you.
All right, guys, that leads us to our last one. It's kind of about like eating raw food. This one's called Train to Busan.
I'm laughing at that one.
IMDb 7.5. Let's go ahead and roll the trailer.
No, we're not going to roll the trailer.
Oh, we can't?
We will roll it.
All right, let's not roll the trailer.
If Dale wants the trailer rolled, roll the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll tell you what. It's in a different language.
At a tiny sushi bar in a Tokyo subway.
Totally the wrong one.
This actually, Jiro Sushi makes the zombie virus go.
It's him.
Much better music.
So they're on a train heading to Busan.
Is there English subtitled ones?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, there is. So they're on a train. Then there's a zombie outbreak happening. And one person gets eaten, and you know how zombies work. That leads to multiple people getting eaten.
I mean,
it's
an
train.
exponential.
Guy
zombie.
saves his daughter, closes off the compartment door. Lots of suspenseful scenes.
What did you say there, Adam?
Help.
Oh.
Go back up.
Slow motion running.
Run. We should depart now. My friends aren't here. Dad. Busan is still open. So let's go there.
Run.
the whole nation runs to danger.
Which car? Car 13, be quick. You should stay alive.
In Busan, the zombies come for you.
We don't know. We're going to Busan.
Are you even aware what we're faced with? Get on board now.
Such proper language.
Why couldn't we save them? The train can go no further. The end of the line. Train to Busan.
Train
Coming
to Busan.
Dude, this thing was made for what? 10 billion? 10 billion was the budget on this one.
Yeah, but they're Korean won. So
oh, okay. I didn't read that far.
That's a lot of Korean wands, though.
Now, 120 minutes, Patrick. How the heck could you have stayed through while a zombie virus breaks out in South Korea? Passengers struggle to survive on a train from Seoul to Busan. How could you make it that far? Was it worth your time?
No, I really wasn't paying attention to this movie at all. I was vacuuming for a good portion of it.
Vaxom? You did a Vaxom on this one?
Probably for 80% of it. Then I was playing Warlight for probably another 15. And then I think I saw the credits rolling, so I was like, oh, I should probably rewind 5 minutes and just watch the end of it. So I know what's going on.
Wow, so it didn't drag you in.
No, I mean, like, it's all in the title. Zombies, trains going to a location, hijinks ensue. It's all cut and dry. It's just subtitled, too. So that's 2 of them this week. And I was, running a little thin on my patience for movies. Plus the whole island trip. That was just...
Right. The Jimmy Leggin. Rob, looking at you, dude. Did you like this one? I mean, it's a little longer.
Yeah.
But Train to Busan, what do you think?
I like this movie a lot.
Okay.
I didn't know it was... I don't like to watch the trailer before I watch the movie.
Yes, right.
So within the first 20 seconds, I was like, oh... All right, this looks pretty cool.
No, this is happening.
And I was into it. Personally, I thought it dragged on a little bit too long.
Sure.
I could have been without the last 45 minutes of the story development.
Sure. Right.
But cool story. I mean, I liked the portrayal of the zombies. I thought that was interesting.
Zombies were awesome.
I don't know if P-Funk has any zombie by culture history.
What country do you want to know zombies about?
I don't know. Like that, what it got me thinking. Like, you know, in America we have some slow zombies, we have some fast zombies. World War Z, you've got zombies crawling all over the place.
Yeah, it's a little complex. I know, like the Asian zombies, they go down, and then when they come up, like their limbs are snapping into place, which I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah.
But like old American zombies, they're like, you know, slow walking. Then like games like Left 4 Dead come out. There's fast ones, and you got
28
Walking
days
Dead.
later, dude.
28 days later
Right.
would be a good one for, you know, across the pond over there. There's also like
That Will Smith movie.
Will
they got
Smith,
more
I Am the
athletic.
Legend. They can't be in the sunlight. Half vampire, half zombie, all trying to kill you. It's you know, it's different cultures,
Yeah.
different strokes.
If we're talking zombie for zombie, this may be my favorite type of zombie. Like they're
Fast.
First of all, this will pretty much, as far as I could tell, I would say 90% of it, they weren't CGI. 90, but like the way they must have been all gymnasts. The way they were like able to like, you know, I don't know,
Snap back
flex
into
and-
place
exactly.
and like stand up like they're the Heartbreak Kid getting knocked down, jumping yourself up.
Right.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
I appreciated about the zombies that, you know, they were just competent enough. They were really athletic, but they were also just dumb enough that it was a fair fight. They had enough handicaps that
Sure.
the humans had a little bit of a chance.
Right.
So that's always an interesting balance you have to strike. So it keeps it suspenseful when it's a fair fight. Basically.
Great point. I agree. That's why I don't like 28 Days Later. I think the zombies are too good.
Right.
Like you see one zombie, you're screwed.
You're done.
Yeah, which isn't fair. Like
Yeah,
you need to be able
these-
to take on at least a half dozen zombies.
Sure.
To
I mean, you have a working brain.
Yeah.
No, but like you're totally right. Like these guys, they had. Can we spoiler alert? How?
Well, here, let me tell you what I watched.
Okay.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay.
So I watched up until this guy, he's building his relationship with his daughter. He's a busy guy. He didn't go to her recital. She feels bad about it, so he's trying to make it up to her.
Kind of a deadbeat dad.
It's kind of a deadbeat dad.
Oh, whoa.
Make it think though. No, not deadbeat.
He's
just,
like a billionaire stock trader deadbeat dad.
Oh, I missed that part. But
He-
anyway,
he's just a shitty dad, but he's making bank. He bought her like 2 Wii's.
no, I
so
tried
that made him a bad dad.
Yeah.
because me and Dale share a Netflix account on his iPad, so I start watching it and I stop, and then he watches it and then picks up. So I get back in where he leaves off. But
2 minds, one Netflix account.
So I saw the whole lead up to the train.
Okay,
and then I saw the first zombie incursion onto the train, and then pretty much that whole first sequence of the zombies fighting them, and then they kind of push them back. So from that's about 45 minutes in. How does it get good from there?
Yeah.
Is that a good spot? Or
well,
what
Rob
Yeah.
talked about this. It could be cut down. They start with a great character, you know, as you said, there's a father and the daughter figure, and you're getting real involved in this, and then, you know, there's the grandma, well, then there's the mother, and that's the reason why they are going to the train station, is they're going to go see their mother, which was interesting. You never saw the mother character, or the little daughter was talking to her on the phone. I don't know where she was. What was she doing? Did she work at
You're talking to mom?
Yeah.
Different city, maybe.
She worked in a different city?
No, the parents were separated, and
Oh,
so
that
the
was it.
daughter was living with the father, and he's like, "You're not going to take my daughter," but the daughter wanted to see the mother for her birthday.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
and her mother lived in Busan. So,
So that-
you vacuumed during the whole movie. You know more than us.
Right.
I mean, for me,
But,
yeah.
Real quick to finish up my point, that I don't need to know that type of backstory why they're getting on a train. I don't need to know that. I do need to understand the struggle between the father and the daughter. That's fine, but as Rob said, there's like way too much story. Give me zombies. Don't give me drama.
So the build up to why they're leaving, it kind of leads into it's a bridge to the zombie aspect of the movie, because like they're driving down the street and they're like, oh, that's weird, and then like you just get a little taste of it, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more. So it was like, yeah, it could have been cut down, but it wasn't absolutely necessary for it, but it did help bridge the gap into zombies.
I'll give you that. I think you needed a little bit, but not 40 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you see the first zombie at 20, so it's not like you know what's going on 3 minutes into the movie, so it beat the 7-minute rule by
Yeah, it definitely
4
did.
minutes.
Yeah, it definitely did. And also, Adam texted me beforehand, said it's a South Korean zombie. What were you saying, Rob?
I was gonna say I've got two points.
Okay.
I think you're on a train. The negative aspect, and I think what made this movie draw on, is there's too many character groups on the train.
Okay.
So you have like a Korean baseball team. You have like 2 Korean grandmas hanging out.
Well, and then inside the baseball team, there's like a love interest.
There's like a love triangle
Right.
on the baseball
Sure.
team. Then there's also like a man and his pregnant wife on the baseball team. And you're like, they try to make sure that each story has its own closure.
Right.
And that needs a build up and that needs an arc and a closure. So I think that was a problem. What I think is cool though is like most zombie movies, it's like, all right, I'm at home and this zombie outbreak's breaking out.
Right.
What do I do next?
Sure.
This zombie breakout is I'm on a train. I'm in a straight line.
Right.
Where do I go next?
Sure.
So they're calling people from the train like, can I go here? Can I go here?
Yeah, you can't run out your back door in your house and run to the backyard. You're on a train.
Oh, my friend Billy works at the military. Let me call him and see what's up. Oh, I'm the CEO of the train company. Let me call this person. So they have to like try to figure it out while they're moving forward and progressing at the same time. So I thought that aspect was cool. Like you're on the straight path, and that's the only way you can go.
That type of plight, like mixed with like the zombie genre, that was like a real condensed. It was an interesting way to tell a story, like to put them in that situation. Like 28 days later, you're in a city. Do whatever you want. Figure it out. Run around. This you need. You're very tight quarters.
You can't go to a gun store and load up on ammo.
Sure.
You're on a train. Like, you have what you have in
make
here.
it work. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Danny, you like this one? You didn't like it?
Yeah,
You like it?
I did. I
Okay.
also like the format, as you guys were saying, that the train aspect and being on a straight line to somewhere. You can't just hop off because they're outside as well. I kind of liked the different storylines on the train. I didn't think the baseball team was necessary. There were a couple extras, but you also needed the bats to fight off the zombies.
Sure.
So,
Right.
So they had their purpose, but I did actually enjoy the different subplots because you'd only need so many hours of people battling zombies. I mean, there was still plenty of
That's
that.
true.
You got to mix in something else. So
You can't-
having a little bit, some
Too much
side
zombie
interest.
action is
Some
too
side
much.
interest was worthwhile in my opinion.
It's Adam. You missed. I think you really missed
The main part.
the main part. Like, I mean, I think it's worth you watching it again, checking it out. But there are some plot holes in it. And we're dealing with zombies. How can like it follow any sort of plot? Ha ha ha. Well, there are bath salts, so there are real zombies out there. But, there's like a couple ways like the zombies act, and they learn how they act. And I won't go into it, but like there's
Zombies learn.
No.
No, they learn
humans.
about the zombies.
The humans.
Like they learn how they work a
I
little
thought
bit.
like Ellie, the door locks. Like raptors can open doors.
Yeah, they found out that the zombies could open with their claws. No, there's nothing. There's no correlation with the.
Yeah, because I remember the part in the beginning where they figured out the zombies couldn't open the door on the train.
Right, exactly. But there's other stuff that they realize too, and they like use it once, but they don't do it again. And they're kind of like they do. I understand you're being chased by zombies, so you can't think straight, but there's some things that like they could have just made it out totally fine, but they have to have the struggle to keep people involved. But there's some plot holes in there, but it's still really good. I mean, it kept me there. 120 minutes. It kept me there the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought out of the wheelhouse for you, Patrick. But I think the action was there and it was worth.
Society defying.
Oh, for sure, And
right?
the way it became so quickly society defying.
Yes.
At first it was like just
that.
It was just another day, and now it's
Right.
The thing is, the first thing I have written down is it's immediately something's immediately wrong. Like it's like you don't know what it is, but like the opening scene kind of doesn't. Again, you just know something's wrong. You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So it's. I don't know. It
I
sets
like
you
the
up
part.
and knocks it out.
I like the part where the guy's like, a zombie's coming at him trying to bite him, and he's like, what is wrong with you, dude? Like, back off.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously, like that would be what your thought was.
Sure.
Like, you wouldn't think, oh, zombie apocalypse. Okay. This
Yes,
guy's a zombie.
I know what to do now.
I know what to do now.
Yeah.
But I do love movies where like you're in a survival situation. I pride myself that I always think I have very big hubris on this in my head.
Sure.
That I think I would be really good in a survival situation like
I
these.
think you would too.
And this one is zombies in close quarters on a train. I'm gonna watch this so I could challenge what I would do in these situations. So that kind of frustrates me that you're saying they didn't really use what they learned to defeat the zombies and hide from them.
Selectively.
Yes, exactly. They used it really well in some cases, and when they could have used it again, they didn't. Can I do a little bit of? Can I?
Just
I'm not
dance.
gonna,
just dance.
It's your cast.
I'm going to
do whatever you
dance.
want.
Here's the thing: they find out
it's your birthday. You can do whatever you want.
All right, cool. That said, in the very almost not beginning, the main character throws his jacket over a zombie, and the zombie basically stops, and it like doesn't move. It doesn't know what to do because it can't see anything because there's a jacket on its head. And then they go through the rest of the movie trying to dodge these things on a train. Here's an idea: just cover the zombies with something. Or spray them in the face with the fire extinguisher.
You need smoke grenades? You tell me you need smoke
No,
grenades.
it's not smoke grenade. Like, all they need, he placed a jacket on the head of a zombie and it completely was immobilized.
Yeah, well, it was struggling to get it off his head. It wasn't like it just shut down like a
he started walking around
shark.
like a dopey zombie.
They did try to use the fire extinguisher, but it was just to cover a window, not just spray a crowd. But that's another tactic that could have been used.
But I mean, that's Adam going on your point. Like you pride yourself on. We would have thought about that. We would have used all of our options.
Disappoints me.
Well, it's like they say, you can't have a horror movie with good decisions in it.
Bingo.
So
yeah. So that said,
I want one though. I want a horror movie with good decisions in it.
And well,
just give me the card. I'll get it done. Just give me the NetX card.
Give him the podcast.
I need a script first.
I want your plot points. I want storyboards drawn up.
We're gonna talk about it before we produce.
But anyway, no, it was.
I want more fire extinguishers in this.
I will say though, like I'm a society-defying fan, of course. This, but I don't like the ending, and we'll super dance around this.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think the ending killed the rewatch because it was a great zombie film, but like the drama ending killed it for me. Patrick, you're shaking your head. What do you think?
No, so like I said, I was vacuuming, then I saw that the credits were rolling, so I rewound it, and I thought the ending was very like heartfelt. I didn't think it was murdering the movie. I was sitting there, I was like, wow, this is making me feel a little bit inside.
You caught the feels?
Yeah, I got hit by a field train. So
the train to Busan.
Oh, Patrick has feelings, guys.
I don't know. I still don't believe it. Yeah. All your feelings. Anyway.
Why won't you cry, you robot?
Rob, I mean, break it down. Get off the fence. Did you like this one?
I did.
Ending included. Okay. See?
Yeah, I mean, that. Like I said, I think it dragged. Like it went way too long for me.
Sure.
Because of some of the character development that happens in the course of, the movie. I had a different ending in my mind.
Right.
And I thought we were going a place, and
you thought you were on the train to somewhere else.
I thought we were on the train to Busan, not Busan.
Wow.
Whoa. After the cast, I'll give you guys the lowdown of what I thought this was going to end at, and I had a good like this is.
Well, good thing is we're all discussing it. We're all we got our opinions on it. It's definitely it builds something up.
Yeah.
You got an opinion on it. Daniel, watch this one. Don't watch this one. I mean,
I'd say watch it.
I mean,
I wasn't opposed to the ending. And,
okay, it didn't screw it up for you?
It didn't screw it up for me.
Okay.
And also, I'd watch it again. It's kind of a joint recommend rewatch. I'd only watch it again with someone who is a fan of zombie movies or I thought would like this. I wouldn't just watch it again by myself. It wasn't that
didn't
great.
Shake it that much.
But someone who's interested in a different type of zombie film or a zombie film, be like, hey, check this one out.
Sure.
I'll watch it with you. It was entertaining enough. I could go through it again.
Adam, did you get to the ending? I don't remember what you said. Did you watch the ending?
No, I did not get to the ending at all.
So,
but I agree. I echo what Daniel said. Like, if you like zombie movies and you want a different type of zombie movie, this is
definitely
for you. This is what piqued my interest, so that's why I picked it. And so I would recommend rewatch. It sounds like not a big rewatch, but I do want to finish it.
Yeah,
hearing what we're talking about. So
okay,
I'll probably go back and finish it.
Okay, well let's.
How about you, man?
Let's do a full rewatch recommendability here. So a rewatch recommend on my end. It is definitely not anything I need to revisit myself to rewatch. Recommend though. Zombies were great. It was, it was a decent tale, and I loved like the plight they were in. Again, it's not your normal zombie film, but like the way the zombies look and acted. If you're a zombie person, check it out. Patrick, what do you think, man?
Yeah, even for the 120-minute runtime on it, I still enjoyed the parts that I watched. So,
Right.
I mean, probably revisit it next Halloween, and then I'll probably recommend it next October.
Okay. Rob, rewatch, recommend, man.
I personally probably won't rewatch it. Recommend, yes. Selective recommendation, though. I believe you do need to be able to, concentrate on subtitles for 2 hours.
That's true.
That's a big deal. Not that you need a lot of subtitles. This action kind of speaks for itself. But
Right.
great movie, especially if you like zombies. It's interesting seeing zombies portrayed in a different culture.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely cool. Your mic's hot, Rob. What do you got on Drink Review, my friend?
I had Bloody Mary with a sidecar. So it was ordering a Bloody Mary with a little sidecar of small little Miller High Life.
Okay.
Sidecar because it's on a train. Bloody Mary because it's zombies.
I
You get best of both worlds. Yeah.
Nice work.
Hey-o.
Wait. I got it. All right.
Perfect.
No, Daniel, what about you? What's your drink review, man?
This is like the time that I think I was with Rob and Adam at this point. We played Sink the Biz on a boat with Miller Lite and a little bit of Fireball mixed in.
Okay.
So you're on edge the whole time. Like, you're not comfortable ever in case you have to
Sure.
actually drink it. But in the end, it's a fun ride. It's a good time.
Right.
So, yeah, you're just on edge, but it's actually a good time.
Okay, cool. Adam, what about you? Bringing some liquor store aisle.
I gave it a zombie dust.
Okay.
Just because...
Easy.
No,
Easy.
come
Phoned it
on.
in.
Yeah, I know. No, I wrote that down, but then I said, no, that's too easy. It's not that good. Because Zombie Dust is an amazing beer.
Very good,
It's one of my
yes.
favorites.
Indeed.
This segment's brought to you by Zombie Dust.
Thank you, Three Floyds, Munster, Indiana.
Gets you drunk even when you're dead.
Hey.
Hey. No, but I was thinking like this movie is kind of just like Jaeger. Just it's just real fast, in your face, just like Jaeger and Red Bull.
Right.
That's kind of what the vibe I was getting from the brief time I watched it. So just be a Jaeger bomb.
There you go. Okay.
Yep.
I have I believe it's a Japanese beer, so we're kind of in a wrong part of Asia.
Sapporo.
I put Sapporo down. And because you're like, oh, yeah, it's, kind of an Asian beer. All right, I'm so excited to have it. Like this movie, it's got zombies. Okay, great. And like you start drinking, you're like, hey, man, look how cool I am. I got this Asian beer. Here we go. And then, like, the movie ends, and you're like, oh, that was disappointing. So it's like, I wish I would have just got a High Life. It'd be a better beer. So, it just kind of, you thought it was exciting. You thought it was going to be great. And, like, a few sips in, it is good. But then it's just a regular beer. Just your normal beer. Just, like, the ending was disappointing to me. And,
So I'm curious, 7.5. What do you guys think?
I don't think it.
I think it's there. 7.5 is probably right where I would put it.
I would take a 1 down. I'd make it 6.5. 1 whole point.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
put it in the 6s. Sorry, everybody.
If the Galifianakis movie was above 5, this is definitely a 7.5.
Okay, on that scale, you're
On
right.
that scale.
That one didn't
So
need to be.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair in context
sure.
here.
As far as this goes, you're right. Yeah, that's a good point. But anyway, what do you think, Rob?
Did Patrick do drinks?
Patrick, did you do a drink? Oh, I did not get all the way around to you?
No, we're
Oh,
fine.
no.
We're fine. I never wrote down anything for this movie. If you're going to put me on the spot, I don't know if I had to drink something with this movie. Water with a little bit of red food coloring in it, and then a splash of whiskey.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I couldn't pair a drink with this movie, but
You're a horrible impromptu bartender.
I've got this food coloring, man. Drip
Well,
strips.
this is part of horror movie
Month.
podcast month
Right.
extravaganza. So this is our second horror movie, third horror movie of the month.
Right.
So scary. What's scary? Not scarier than Honeymoon. I'll tell you guys that right now.
Okay.
What was the other scary movie? Creep.
No,
I think
as far as scary, as far as zombie, as far as like that genre of film, this one did really well.
yeah, but I still think Creep is the scariest movie so far.
I think so too.
agreed.
Okay.
Do you guys watch any of those?
No.
Nope.
Well, that's okay. But anyway, that's what we think. That's what we got to bring to the table. I think that's it, guys. Am I right? Am I skipping anything for the ninth time?
I think you got it all.
Well,
quick jump, quick draw, Rusty.
Let's just go. Let's go.
Quick draw, Dale.
It's my birthday. Let's go.
It's time to celebrate your birthday. Let's go.
All right, cool, guys. Yeah, we will be back next week. We want to remind you guys, we are on Facebook. Go ahead and search Netflix Explorers. We're up there. We're on iTunes. Subscribe. Leave a rating if you could. I much appreciate it. We got to say...
Movie of the week?
Oh, we want to do Movie of the Week. Oh, wow. Rob is reminding me. He's like got
you
all
guys
the
don't know how to keep your own schedule.
I thought about doing it, but I didn't want to intrude.
The pillars are so fluid here.
You guys are really falling apart.
Off the fence, man. Off the fence, Movie of the Week.
Train to Busan.
Off the fence, Movie of the Week.
Hero edges out Train to Busan by a nose.
Adam, Movie of the Week.
Why is it edged up by a nose?
Because it was a little bit better, but they were both pretty good, and the other one was terrible. So the only two I recommend are the other two.
All right, not what I expected, but solid analysis. I'll go with the Train. I like the Train.
Okay.
You didn't even watch. That's the only one you didn't watch. And
Yeah, I know, but that's why I hold out hope. I didn't like the other two.
Patrick,
Jiro was okay, but it was just a little boring.
Patrick, off the fence, Movie of the Week.
I got to give it Train because it's October. So
I'm going to get... Yes, I will say Train due to the horror side of things. Great pick, Adam. But I think in the right context, if you are lightly viewing, Masterminds can redeem itself in a few different funny ways. But it's a light watch. Don't dive too deep.
it's a YouTube com.
And sometimes YouTube can be funny, guys.
YouTube, I've seen a lot of funny videos on YouTube.
That's exactly what's going on here.
I don't know if you knew
but
it.
Don't spend an hour and a half on one YouTube video, do you?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a
I'll
light
spend
watch.
6 hours on YouTube.
I'm saying one video.
300 videos.
That's better. That's a better use of YouTube than an hour and a half on one video.
So I guess Movie of the Week is YouTube, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
We can all agree on that.
YouTube Explorers coming next week.
We got a new podcast birth.
all right, Rob, am I allowed to end the show?
Yeah. We finally hit it all.
I want to thank you, Rob, for being on the podcast, my friend. Great to have you back. You are a pillar here.
Thank you. If you want me next week, I'm available.
You know what? Why don't you just plan on coming back? Daniel, thanks for coming on the cast first time. What do you think? We're pretty fluid here, you know.
Yeah, solid experience.
Awesome.
You want to come back next week?
Let's get him back next week.
Sure.
He's back next week. I'll get him come back.
Awesome, guys.
All right.
Well, hey, I appreciate you guys listening. We are the Netflix Explorers, and as always, we say adios.
That's Norm farting.
Dude,
that is brutal.
That is incredible. Oh, man.
Challenge accepted.